No going back. Biafra will come quicker if I'm dead. Nnamd says in Resurfaced video causes panic. Nigerians, welcome back to Prospect Channels TV. Thank you for this coming out here. If you're just joining us, please kindly subscribe to this channel and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. In the video, Nnamd showed optimism that Biafra will gain independence. He noted that the secessionist state has crossed the Rubicon, okay? Rubicon means a point of no return, okay? So Nnamd said, whether he's alive or he's dead, he said, but if he's even die, that Biafra will come quicker. He said, the stage they are right now is a point of no return. So the IPOB leader further said, even if he is dead, Biafra will come, adding that it will come quicker if he is dead. While the video has caused panic, some of Nnamd critics mocked his present situation today. Meanwhile, members of his family had rejected the Supreme Court's verdict on his terrorism case. Kanu's younger brother, Powerful, told journalists that the court verdict was unfortunate. He said no family member is happy about the verdict. The Supreme Court on Friday reversed the decision of the Court of Appeal, discharging an acquittal of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB Nnamd on the case of treason against him. Niger News reports that the appeals court held that although he was illegally brought back to Nigeria from Kenya when he jumped bail, according to the Nigerian government, that development could not have arrested the trial court of the jurisdiction to continue his trial. So the court, in unanimous decision by a 5-member panel of justice, acknowledged that the federal government acted irresponsibly when it forcefully brought Kaun back to the country from Kenya against all known laws. It, however, held that it was not enough to divest the trial court of its jurisdiction to continue with the case. So according to the Supreme Court, there is no legislation in the country that stripped the trial court of the jurisdiction to go ahead with Kaun's case, despite the illegal action that federal government took against him. In the judgment that was prepared by Justice Garaba Mohammed, but read by Justice Emmanuel Agim, the appeals court held that the remedy open for Nnamd was for him to institute a civil action against the government. The court, however, stated that the federal government must be conscious of its image, both locally and internationally, even as it kicked the trial court of revoking Kaun's bail after he escaped to save his life following the invasion of his home by security agents. Meanwhile, undissatisfied with the Supreme Court verdict over Nnamd freedom, the Apis Igbo Social Cultural Organization, Igbo Worldwide, has voiced its dismay over the recent decision by Nigerian Supreme Court to nullify the judgment of the Court of Appeal, which had ordered the release of Nnamd, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. Describing the ruling as shocking and unbelievable, the spokesman for Ohaneze, the Dr. Alex Ogbonnaya, speaks to Sahara reporters, expressing the organization's intention to thoroughly analyze the court's decision before presenting its official stance. In response to the judgment delivered on Friday, Dr. Ogbonnaya emphasized that the court's ruling appeared contradictory. He pointed out that while the court deemed the government abduction of Nnamd from Kenya as illegal, it directed him to face trial. This, according to the Ohaneze spokesman, raises concerns about the government potentially benefiting from its own wrongdoing through its judgment. So he stated, the court held that the government's abduction of Kaun from Kenya was illegal, and at the same time said he should face trial, which means the government will benefit from his wrongs by this judgment. But as I said, Organizing Igbo will certainly meet and digest the decision and its implications to Southeast security and the well-being of its people, and also come up with its position on the trial of Kaun henceforth. Nnamd Kaun, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, advocates for the creation of the independent state of Biafra, citing what the group perceives as the systematic marginalization of the Southeast region by the Nigerian government. Sahara reporters had previously reported on the Appeals Court decision to void the Court of Appeals judgment ordering the Nigerian government to release Kaun, while acknowledging the government's unlawful actions in bringing Nnamd Kaun back to the country from Kenya. So the Supreme Court maintained that it was insufficient to stop the trial court from proceeding with the case. So guys, what's your take on this? Let's hear from you. Kindly share your thoughts below the comment section. Please do not forget to subscribe to this channel. Thank you.